Just how far can prayer take the Black Stars to finally claim the ultimate at the African Cup of Nations? Well, a member of parliament for Nsawam Edraji constituency, Frank Anodampre, says prayer alone will not aid Ghana to the success we are seeking for. And also, we'll be hearing from Wilfred Kweku Osei, who is a former management committee chairman of the Black Stars. He says that the current crop of players are not good enough to end Ghana's 40 years of wait to win the competition. And in the English Premier League, Liverpool have gone 6 points behind Manchester City after losing 1-0 to Leicester in the competition. Good morning, everyone. I am Muftau Nabila Abdullah, and this is AM Sports. The Member of Parliament for Nsawam Edraji constituency, Frank Anodampre, has noted that prayer alone are not enough to aid the success of the team in the competition. According to him, Ghana has failed to change its model of football administration since the 1980s, saying the failure weakened the standard of domestic competition, making it difficult to build a winning team.
The factors, the variables involved in sport development from the 80s have changed. But we have failed to change accordingly. Our best players are being attracted outside the jurisdiction. That is weakens the local competition we have in our country. Why are they leaving? What are the measures we have in place to at least put some control in that instance where they just leave the shores and we don't get that needed quality? And the same people come and say that our football is not up to standard, and we are all out there desiring to watch football from other jurisdictions, the Premiership, the Bundesliga, La Liga, and co. It's all because we've not employed and impacted the conscious policy to guide it. So, Speaker, the Minister talks about prayer. Yes, we will pray for the team. But let's not overly depend on spirituality. We must train. Let's train, employ the rifle tactics, get the rifle scouts, and let the team be ready. Currently, Minister, our team, the various departments of our national team, the senior national team, I know there are particular department of the national team that has a challenge. And I'm sure, Minister, that is also not lost on you. Can we focus on ensuring that the critical department of our senior national team is enhanced? That is important. Recently, I was reading news portal of some strikers in Italy and other parts of the world, Ghanaian footballers who are doing very well. Is it the case that we have shut our doors and we don't open it wide enough to allow these Ghanaian players to come and show what they can show as a team? That is a matter that we need to look at if indeed we want to perform and put up one of the spirited performers of the AFCON. Then we should look at that.
Still on the Black Stars and their participation in the African Cup of Nations to be staged in Cameroon next year, a former management committee chairman of the senior national team, Wilfred Kweku Osei, affectionately called Palmer, doubts the current crop of Black Stars players are good enough to end Ghana's 40 years of wait to win the competition. Speaking to Joy Sports, Palmer noted that the players do not compete at the highest level against their peers.
I vouch for Ghana so far as the AFCON is concerned. But if I'm not wearing my national colors or hat, I will tell you that's a Herculean task for us to achieve. This is how I've done my analysis over the period. To win the AFCON, you need the caliber of players playing at a certain level in Europe, particularly English Premiership. Just juxtapose that on what Mo Salah is doing for Liverpool in England, what Mane is doing for Liverpool you have Mendy doing for Chelsea in England. It should clearly tell you that, but for Partey, none of our players will be playing at a certain level, even Arsenal.
But we have Daniel Mate there.
Leicester. But when you do comparative analysis of what the stride or the thrill that these people are blazing in these leagues, we come next, we don't get close to them. You look at Nigeria, I was surprised to see them struggle. So I was very direct. The technical director or the coach could not give them what they are looking for. I wasn't surprised when finally I was told he's been sacked. Ghana is always capable of doing anything.
Still on the Black Stars, reports have emerged that AS Roma's youngster Felix Afena-Gyan will not be joining the senior national team for preparations for the African Cup of Nations. Well, before the team left the shores of the country to Qatar, Doha, specifically for their preparations, head coach Milovan Rajvac had said he expected Felix Afena-Gyan to join the team. We hear from Milo, who says he still anticipates that the youngster will join the team.
Imamo vremena sad, tako da smo ga pozvali na listu.
First question, Felix Afena-Gyan is on the list because he's showing a lot of potential and he's trying to establish himself in his club, and we want to have him here, so we will see what is going to happen. This is a chance for him to get to know the others and to understand the requirements and to become the part of the Black Stars. So he's on the list, so let's wait and see. You know, we expect him to come.
In every major competition, the Black Stars or any of the national teams in the country is participating. It is more of a tradition to employ supporters to throw their weight behind that senior national team. Well, in the African Cup of Nations that starts on January 9, Cabinet has approved a number of supporters to join the Black Stars and throw their weight behind them to ensure that Ghana wins the competition. That's the information Joy Sports have picked. Well, a former Minister of Youth and Sports, Neil Lante van der Poel, has called on the Minister of Youth and Sports and the government in general to ensure that supporters who are going to Cameroon for the competition are not party supporters. He wants everyone who is a Ghanaian to be given an opportunity of showing their weight behind the senior national team.
If it will happen that we are organizing supporters to go and cheer them on, partisanship must not be the basis. We must organize ourselves in such a way that the whole nation will swarm behind the team. The other side, I want to say that realistically, Mr. Speaker, we must tell the handlers of our national team that it is not about having a team called Black Stars. It's about genuinely picking the people who will do well for this country.
It is unclear how the ministry will be deploying or allocating the number of spectators to the various constituencies to fly to Cameroon for the competition. But what we can report authoritatively is that Cabinet has approved that supporters should be taken to the African Cup of Nations. We wrap up AM Sports here. I am Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. Tomorrow we have an exclusive story to share with you. I would leave that up for today. Thanks very much for your company. You can head on to myjoyonline.com and read some more sports stories. We appreciate your company this morning.